Minnesota's Rusty Deals, bringing you a blue S-10, long box S-10. 1981 S-10 long box 3500. What is unique about this guy here is it is a V8 swap. So let's take a look at some details here. Two-wheel drive V8 manual transmission. Owned it since 18. Don't use it much. New shocks, new brakes. There's a crack in the windshield and a dent above both back wheels. So it was a pickup truck. The bed was used on that. But no stupid low balls for offers. He knows what he has. And to be honest, was it $3,500 for an S10? If the body's clean and it's got a V8 that's all kind of put together with some thought in place, then this might not be a bad idea. Here's your interior here. I see a little bit of wear in the seats. I can see the shifter there, aftermarket steering wheel. These years have these kind of, to me, they're goofy gauges. They, like, the line fills in different colors as it goes. Pretty simple, pretty base model. You got a fuel gauge, oil pressure, and that's about it. There is our cracked windshield. We can see this must be a Chevy guy. I see a couple Chevy pickups and Suburbans in the driveway there. There is the dents above the rear wheels. So this hauled stuff and carried stuff. And then a picture of the front right there. Yep, don't show us that license plate, but it looks straight. Paint looks decent. I can see it's a sliding rear window. I kind of like those. Some people don't. Cab corner, bed corner. Looks pretty sharp. I see some surface rust. See a crack kind of in that factory filler along the seam. Probably just cracking the paint. Bottom of the doors look good. Rockers look surprisingly good. So as a two-wheel drive S10, probably wasn't driven a lot in the winter. They'd be pretty terrible. Looking at the back, hard to see as the sun's going down with all the shadows there, but it looks nothing scares me there. Driver's side. I can see this has trim on here. The other side, trim wasn't there. Maybe it blew off in the wind. Still looking pretty solid. Those rockers on the cab corners there. Bottom of the driver's door looks pretty good. Dirty, so that's nice. It always makes me nervous. Something's all washed and perfect. Kind of like fresh oil. You're looking at a used car. It's got fresh oil. Let me see the greasy, grimy. Can't talk. That looks like a TBI. What do you think? I see some map sensor there. I see a couple extra cords going to where the carb would be. So a small block TBI. What's weird is how rusty it is by, there you go, 3,500. How rusty it is by the filler neck. I wonder if something spilled on that or it got burned or whatever. But not a big deal. A little primer and you're back in the game. Some aftermarket steel wheels there. Okay, 3,500. I like the long box. They look kind of nice, kind of smooth. Better than the short box. A little bit smoother ride going down the highway too. So what else does Facebook have to give us in the world of V8 S10 swaps? Here's a little bit newer model. We get not much of a picture there, but this is a 2000 for 2,500. In the description, maybe we get some more details there, but you can kind of see it looks like it's all there in one piece. Turbo 400, small block, Edelbrock, aluminum radiator, manifolds. You get some headers, need some exhaust. Comes with lowering kit and a different older grill. Suspension is stock. Has a welded diff. I don't know. That makes it hard to drive through your drive-through to get your Starbucks, right? Or a car wash. I got a story about that one of these days too. So there you go. So that's 2,500. It gets you quite a bit there, in my opinion. But here's a little bit cleaner model, 91. Then again, the prices jumped up quite a bit, $7,500 for this guy. This looks like it's been together for a while. You get the hood pins, you get the cowl induction, new bushings, new tires, new carpet, 350 turbo 700, posi rear. I wonder if they just welded the spiders. Aluminum radiator, miles unsure. Maybe they don't know where the motor came from, or maybe the chassis itself has miles. Don't know how many times the odometer has spun around over and over. But this looks pretty sharp. Short box, so give me something a little bit longer, and I like to have a little more space to throw the junk in the back. So that looks like a nice pickup, though. Here's a little bit fancier yet. Looks like a Pro Street kind of thing, real smooth tinted windows. Description here a little bit longer. So this is an 85, 383, turbo 400, all built, manual body, dyno sheet, 12 bolt, 410s, tubbed ladder bars in the back, gas tank and battery in the box. Cowl hoods, got some strips painted on there. New front end parts, new tires. Manual valve body, though. To me, that'd be, I think, kind of a pain driving an automatic like a manual. You can't forget just a lever there. Complete dial in front to rear. Inside's clean. New front end parts, new tires, all new exhaust, new alternator, new battery, new starter, new radiator, rollback cover, and a rear roll pan. And they say it runs at 150. So 150 degrees is not a bad place to run on a hot day. But look at that. That's full boogie, right? You got big tubs for big tires. There's your fuel cell. There's your battery. The not much room in the box. There's your interior. It looks like it's all redone. You got the velour from your 80s and 90s seats there. Your dash, there's your aluminum panel, just whatever gauges you need in there. Nice view from the back. Big tires in the back. I see the shutoff in the back. Is that fuel or battery? I don't remember what you need there for drag racing. So there's your small block Chev. There's your headers. Looks like they took the power boost out to make more room, maybe. Flexi hose, but that looks pretty sharp. Is it 18,900 sharp? Oh, that's $1,000 less than what was asked in the description. So the price is coming down. Maybe you just wait for it to get a little cheaper. But I would say that's going to be way on the high end that I would ever pay for something like this. $18,000. I mean, maybe $15,000. You can get something pretty nice for 15 grand. Auto Trader. What does Auto Trader have? Oh, look at this. So this looks like a bone stock low mile, late 90s, early 2000s, 11.9. So 12 grand for this guy. It looks like a 4-cylinder 5-speed base model. Not even painted bumpers, just the black. Let's pull up the description and see what we can see there. 03, two-wheel drive. Oh, it is automatic. So 2.2, 67,000 original, short bed, 4-speed automatic. So at least it's got an automatic. So you can just hop in and go. You don't got to worry about trying to run all 3 pedals. But 13,000, or was it 12,000? That's money. Even the Kelley Blue Book there, they say, the medium is 3.6 to 5.2. So maybe you get 5.3 to 8,500. So even Kelley Blue Book thinks this might be high. So I don't know. A lot of money, but they're only original and low miles once, right? eBay. I bet eBay has some V8 S10s for us to admire. Here we go. 13,000. Ooh, it looks like it's got a patina preserver on it. So at 82, I don't remember the first year S10 came out, but that's getting back there. I don't remember when the Loves were not being made anymore. But take a look underneath here. Underneath the front there, you got your chrome oil pan. You got your chrome finned transmission pan. Remember, like I said, the exhaust has the tank on one side, so if you want to run duals, you got to run duals, something like that. I'm not a big fan of dumping exhaust before the rear end. You get a lot of stuff hot that doesn't need to be hot. Look at that interior. So I like this better. So add the gauges you need. Maybe don't just wipe all the gauges out. But I see there's a tack on the column there. There's that velour. And there is your small block Chev. So you got some new hoses there. I like the valve on the heater core hose. Maybe it leaks. I don't know. But there's your rust preserver there. So if it's fake patina, that makes me sad. If it's real and they're saving it, that's cool. I can be okay with that. Oh my, 47.5 for a Pro Street 89 S10. That's either got to be a tunnel ram or a small blower making the engine go that high up. It's got tow hooks on the front bumper, so when it blows up, you can still get it home. Description, Andy Jensen built 355, so is your 350, that's 30 over, 659 horse. So it's got to be a blower, and then your TCI Turbo 400. It's got wheelie bars, it's got a roll pan, it's got graphics on the side. That is, wow, 40 plus thousand for, you still have an S10 when you're done. I mean, No offense, it's not a Barracuda, it's not a Camaro, it's not a Mustang, it's an S-10, and that's what keeps me coming back. Well, this is cool, and was clearly a labor of love by somebody, or maybe a shop built it. If you're going to go drag race it, you don't need that kind of money. You just build what you need. Hemmings, sometimes they have this kind of stuff, but usually they're more classic cars. Here we go. Another orange 80s V8 S10 19.5. That I would never spend $40,000 on an S10. So here's 20 grand for an 88. Another orange one, a little more conservative than the one we saw before. No wheelie bars out the back, but I see maybe exhaust tip there. Oh, here is your classic Craigslist rebuild. You can see there's a fuel cell painted. There's your leaf springs. You can see the black where the paint hit and the rust where it didn't. Fuse boxes with wires jammed in. I'm guilty of doing that, but a car that's supposed to be nice, hopefully they would have rerouted and added an auxiliary fuse panel or something. Interior, though, big tack over with the gauges, wire gauges on your A-pillar. The seats look like to be more modern. If we can believe the valve covers, there's your 350. We got some headers and the flexi hose. There's your heater core. No ball valve in your heater core, so that still works. There's your big fuel cell right there. So be careful loading gravel into the back of your pickup. You don't want to knock your sending unit off and not have a fuel gauge. That works. Yeah, that looks like your exhaust. Right there, looks like they got it all the way to the back. Fuel cell got the tank out of the way so they could run exhaust on either side of the drive shaft. So this was about 19-20 grand. Not bad, but then again, here's where we're starting from, right? So here's that 91 3500. As we know, 3500 you'll probably get it for 27.5 or 28 or 29 if you have cash in your pocket and a trailer ready to go. This looks pretty reasonable, if you ask me. Around here, having a body that's that clean we saw in those pictures is unusual. So no complaints about that for me. Am I going to go buy it tonight? No, but I'm going to tell my son about it. I'll tell you that. With that being said, thank you much. Minnesota is Rust. Rusty Deals coming at you once again.